Hello guys, let's welcome to our channel Just Genius. In the last tutorial, we have discussed about BIGOH notation. In this tutorial, we are going to discuss problem related to graph of BIGOH notation. If you don't watch the BIGOH notation, please watch the BIGOH notation first and understand graph of BIGOH notation from that and come to this problem. Let us start our video. Before going to solve a problem related to graph, I will explain once again this graph of BIGOH notation. Observe this graph carefully. On the y-axis we will take time, on the x-axis we will take input size. Okay. From the BIGOH notation, you will find that f of n less than or equal to c into g of n. Okay. N greater than or equal to n naught. So after the n naught, always c into g of n is greater than f of n. Before this one, this area, two conditions can happen. I explained in the BIGOH notations what are those conditions. That is nothing but f of n greater than c into g of n, f of n less than c into g of n. Why these two conditions happens? Where these two conditions are happen? Once again, you can watch the BIGOH notation. You can understand why these two conditions can happen. Okay. So this is where n is an input size. Always n greater than or equal to n naught. F of n less than or equal to c into g of n. Okay, understand? See, observe this graph carefully. Always c into g of n dominates f of n, so that c into g of n is upper bound of an f of n. When we use BIGOH notation, means in the worst case scenario we will use BIGOH notation, where BIGOH notation is nothing but upper bound notations. Okay. So when we come to the problem, I will show the problem now. So this is the problem. Comparing two functions. We have to compare two functions, n square and n cube. Which function is better? We have to take. When we compare two functions, the time which takes less time is better function. For that one, we have to draw BIGOH notations comparing two functions. Which function is better? Here is given. We have to draw this graph, BIGOH graph. Okay, understand? First, I will say how to draw this graph. See here, first you take 10n square. First, if you take 10n square, here in this x-axis, you will write sizes 1, 2, 3 like that. For n value equal to 1, if you put n value equal to 1, this value becomes 10. Okay, so for 1, this value is here. So this pink color line represents 10n square, where this yellow is n cube. Okay. And similarly, if you put n equal to 2 in the place of 10 n, then you will get something 440 you will get. Similarly, n equal to 3, like that. If you draw the graph of this 10n square, you will get this pink line. Similarly, if you take n cube, the sizes will be same. When we want to compare two functions, we have to take sizes must be same. Then only we can compare these two functions. Okay. So sizes we took the same, and also for n value also we got. Okay, understand? If you draw this graph, we will get n cube also like this. I hope that you are understanding this problem. Okay. Here we are going to take sizes. Here we are going to take values. Means time. Here size. Size means you can put any value of the n 1, 2, 3, but same value should be taken for 10n square and n cube, so that you can compare the two functions. When you want to compare the two functions, you have to take sizes must be same. Then only you can compare these two functions. When you draw the graph, here 10n square is an upper bound, comes the upper bound of this one. Okay, when you observe 10n square is top of this n. Sorry, n cube is top of this 10n square. Okay, So I am going to teach about another point now. Observe this graph once again carefully. I will erase and teach it. Okay, it's enough. So n cube is top of this 10n square. Here from where point? From this point, n cube is top of the 10n square. From here, I'm going to talk about this area. Here two conditions can happen. First, if you see this point here, this line, 10n square is top than n cube. From this point, n cube is top of the 10n square. This is nothing but n naught. Understand how I got the n naught value? Suppose if a graph is given like this for any exams, for competitive exams, you have to find the n naught value. So you have to see where the graph is changes suddenly. That point is nothing but n naught and becomes n cube is top of this 10n square. Okay, here two conditions can happen. Only one conditions, I think. Oh, only one conditions, because from the starting onwards, from this point onwards, 10n square becomes top, top, top. From here also top, top, top. From this point, from this I will. From this point, from this. So 10n square becomes top, 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 top of this n cube, top, 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 top. From this point, suddenly changes of this n cube becomes top of this 10n square. So this point is nothing but n naught. Understand? How do we compare two functions? Means like this we can compare the two functions by using this graph of the BIGOH notation. Okay, in the next tutorial also we will solve some more problems related to BIGOH notation. Okay, thank you.